If you continually are thinking about negative experiences, failed businesses, bad relationships, you're going to keep attracting these same things into your life. Instead of thinking about the past 24/7, 365, think about where it is you're going. What's going on, everyone? Hey, this is Alex Morton. Welcome to another episode of the Alex Morton Show. Today's a special one because it really is set up to give great advice on how to build a successful business, right? The principles I'm going to cover here right now, not only did they allow me and help me and assist me in becoming a multimillionaire before my 26th birthday, but these principles, these tactics, right? These have helped hundreds of thousands of people all over the world. So if you're listening in for the very first time, listen. I'm an entrepreneur, momentum creator, author, speaker, normal guy that growing up always wanted to make a lot of money, always wanted to help a lot of people. And I launched this show, the Alex Morton Show, to really teach everything that I've ever learned and applied and executed and produced and dominated with in the world of business since I was pretty much 16 years old, selling cookies during the study hall hours at Bexley High School. Now, first things first, number one, you can create whatever life you want to create, okay? I know there's a lot of nonsense in the media in today's world. There's a lot of blame and victim mentality and just utter bullshit all over social media, the media, lots of people's homes, parents, grandparents, friends, family, cousins, uncles. Listen, I'm here to tell you today, whatever you want in your life, you actually can create a game plan, focus, utilize your higher faculties, and through the process of growing and developing into the highest version of you, you can create results out of thin air. Okay, I'm living proof that if you live your life a certain way, think a certain way, feel certain emotions, right? Get into personal development, find the right mentors, and do whatever the hell it takes to win, you too, my friends, can win. So today, these are going to be the character traits that you need to build a successful business. Now, before we get into it, listen, number one, you must define what a successful business means to you, right? I have spoken and traveled and built businesses in over 75 countries around the world. I've met people where they say, you know what, Alex, success to me is an extra $500 a month. I've been in other places where success to me is $100,000 a month. I have friends where $100,000 a month is a bad month, right? So success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal, right? Success is really up to the owner, which is you. You are the owner of your own success. You are the owner of your own life. But these 5 principles right here, right now, if you can get it, if you can learn it, if you can apply them, and you will go out there and you will execute at very, very high levels, and you will produce whatever it is you want to produce. I guarantee you that. But you have to start to think of yourself where it is you want to be. You have to start to focus on where it is you're going, right? On my way to the studio today, I was actually writing on my Instagram story, and I was talking about how so many people, they think about their past so often. Like they think about all the negative experiences, the negative memories. They got in a fight when they were growing up, or their dad beat them up, with a belt when they were growing up, or, this happened to me and this happened to me and oh my God, and woe is me. And listen, I'm not trying to be insensitive, right? But whatever you focus on grows. So if you continually are thinking about negative experiences, failed businesses, bad relationships, you're going to keep attracting these same things into your life. Instead of thinking about the past 24/7, 365, think about where it is you're going. When you're driving a car, ladies and gentlemen, the front windshield is a hell of a lot bigger than the rear view mirror. You know why? Because you're driving and you're looking where it is you're going. You're not looking behind you, okay? So number one in the top character traits to build a successful business, whether you're in insurance, solar, door-to-door, real estate, network marketing, direct sales, it does not matter. These principles are applicable to every single facet of the entrepreneurship ecosystem and universe out there right now in 2020. in 24, and they will still be applicable in 2034 because success is success. The laws of the universe, the laws of success, the rules, right? The rules to achievement. It was the same for Andrew Carnegie and Napoleon Hill as it is for Elon Musk and Steve Jobs, as it is for me and you. So let's learn them, let's apply them, let's go out there and kick some ass and build an unbelievable life, enjoy an amazing lifestyle, and obviously help as many people as possible along the way. Number one, you've got to build self-belief. I believe self-belief is more important than a business plan. It's more important than the right strategy. It's more important than even the right, mentor you're listening to. I don't think anything works unless you actually have belief in self. If you break down, the Jeff Bezos of the world, the Steve Jobs, the Elon Musks, the Zuckerbergs, listen, lots of people did not believe in their dreams and they did not believe in their goals. When I got started at 21 years old in direct selling, nobody believed in me. Right? Teachers, professors, family members, they're like, Alex is nuts. He's crazy. It's a scam. It's too good to be true. It's bullshit. I had to build self-belief. Okay. And here's just a little foresight. When you first start, your goals are going to look like Mount Everest. What does that mean? Your goals are going to be like, oh my God, it's so far away. It's such a high mountain to climb. Like when I got started at 21 years old and I wrote down on a sheet of paper, I am a millionaire before my 25th birthday, that was legitimately Mount Everest to me. Okay. And if you're watching this or listening to this right now, whatever your goals are, it might look like Mount Everest to you. But guess what? We're going to climb this mountain together, one foot in front of the other and one step at a time. So it's not enough to just have self-belief. I'm going to take it one more layer deep here. Guys, you need to develop delusional self-belief. You have to be delusional. Like Conor McGregor coming out of Ireland, no Irish man ever in the MMA before him, delusion. Like delusion. Lionel Messi growing up in Argentina, and he was shorter and skinnier than every other kid, and he was thinking to himself, I'm going to become the greatest soccer, or for my Europeans out there, football player ever in the history of the sport. And one day we're going to bring a World Cup championship to the great country of Argentina, right? Delusional self-belief to the point where nobody can tell you nothing. When I made the decision that I was going to get rich inside of direct sales, it didn't matter who said what. The president of the United States, and back then I think it was Obama, he could have called me and said, Alex, you're crazy for doing that business. You should quit. I would have said, Barack, peace out, my brother. Okay? Didn't matter. I was so believing in myself. I was all in on me. I was delusional to the point of nobody's opinion, nobody's perspective, nobody's narrative could hinder my belief in me. And when you're first starting out and as you're continually going and growing, you're going to need to develop a delusional self-belief. Why? Well, when you first start out, you're going to be faced with lots of resistance, oppression, attacks. Okay, my first company, I went from rock bottom to rock star, back kind of down to rock bottom. And we had a lot of like write-ups in the press and all these different things to the point the Rolling Stone magazine, I know you're familiar with that one, the Rolling Stone magazine had a caricature of me in a hoodie with a backwards hat on, right? Calling me like the Bernie Madoff of business for whatever reason. I didn't do anything wrong. I've never been to prison, never even been in a freaking lawsuit, right? But my point is that you're going to be faced with some resistance, but if you believe in you, nobody can knock you down. It will give you the ability and the emotional and the mental fortitude to push through, baby. Push through no matter what. Number 2, you must be teachable and coachable in order to build a successful business. What does that mean, right? You need to think about your emotions and your thoughts, and then you need to learn these 2 words and play with them mentally, right? Humility and ego. Humility and ego, right? Am I humble enough to learn from somebody else? Or is my ego, E-G-O, edging God out, right? Edging God out. If you edge God out, you're gonna let somebody else come a little bit closer to you, and you don't want to do that, right? You need to be humble enough to know you don't know. Okay, I'm sitting here today at 34 years old. I'm not going to share my personal finances with you guys, but I've been able to produce $2 billion in sales in leading organizations and teams in the sales of products and services in the last 13 years. So you can do some math on that and try to, say, hey, he's probably earned this amount of money because he's helped companies do $2 billion in sales, right? I know today that I don't know. Everywhere I go, I learn from somebody. Everywhere I go, I'm looking for information. Everywhere I go, I'm like, hey, let me pick up on one new trait, one more thought, one more idea, one more philosophy, one more principle. You must be teachable and coachable. You know what that means? That means you're on this podcast right now. Guess what? You're teachable. You're learning. Okay? But I judge you on your coachability by your ability to change. Everybody can read a book. Everybody can listen to a podcast. Everybody can, watch a video on YouTube. How many of you are willing to take this information and make the changes in your life? It's not enough to be teachable. You must be coachable and willing to make change. Number 3, it's 2 parts here. Ready? It's going to take courage. It's going to take a vision in order to build a big business, a successful business. It's going to take courage, right? Courage, passion, hard work, and a community of people behind you that are willing to help you get your business off the ground. When I got started in direct sales, listen, if you're selling life insurance, you need a team. You can get rich selling policies, but you ain't going to get wealthy unless you build a big organization. Solar, same deal. How many agents, how many reps do you have in your organization knocking doors, banging out calls, busting their ass on Zoom every single day? Like, you can get rich alone. You ain't going to get wealthy alone. You need an organization. You need a team of rock star, badass leaders going out there and fighting the fight in the trenches every single day alongside you. So that takes courage. What is courage? It can mean a couple of different things. To me, courage is saying, I'm going to do this, and then doing what it is you're saying, man. Like, this is where I'm going. You're gonna have to kill me to stop me. That's courage, right? You're gonna need courage to build your organization. You're gonna need courage to build your business. You're gonna need courage to make 6, 7, and 8-figure incomes. So you need courage, number 1. Number 2, you need to have a compelling vision, not just for you, but for the people following your lead. What is your compelling vision? It can't just be about cars and watches and money and a lifestyle in Miami and partying in Dubai. No, man, you need a compelling, intentional vision. My main company in business is centered around the number 1 e-learning platform in the world, financial literacy, financial education. And one of the things that I say all of the time is we're bringing Wall Street to Main Street. We're providing everybody we can with the rules on how to earn money, the rules on how to become financially independent, having time and money freedom. We are helping people break free from the shackles of poverty and escaping from the prison in which there are no bars. Because for a very, very long time, you could not access real information on how to become wealthy. You had to be a member at some country club for $100,000 a year. They don't charge $100,000 a year to go play golf at the country club. They charge you $100,000 a year to this day, by the way, because of the conversations and the investment opportunities happening in the locker room. Okay, up until the digital age, it was very difficult for notoriously poorer communities, families that have been in poverty for generations, to even have a legitimate chance and shot to becoming financially independent until now, until podcasts, until YouTube, until information all over the internet, okay? So you need courage and you need a compelling vision. What is the vision of your business? What is the vision of your company? Why do you do what it is you do? Okay, number 4, in order to build a successful business, ladies and gentlemen, you need a willingness to sacrifice. One of my friends and counterparts, Eric Thomas, the hip hop preacher, he said, Alex, he told me this in 2013. He says, to go up, you got to give up. Okay, to go up, you got to give up. I said, what do you mean? He said, what are you willing to give up to go up? I said, what do you mean? He said, what are you willing to put down the vices, the distractions, the bullshit, the nonsense. For some of you, it might be joining 10, 15 fantasy football leagues. For some of you, it's Netflix. For some of you, it's chasing girls. For some of you, it's chasing guys. For some of you, it's video games. I don't know what's holding you back from going to where it is you're destined to be, but you have to have a willingness to sacrifice. Entrepreneurship requires sacrifices in both your personal and business life. Every day, there's a fight going on, ladies and gentlemen. And that fight is between your desires and your distractions, okay? I had a lot of fun growing up. At 21, when I found the industry of direct selling, listen, I was still partying and having fun and drinking tequila and doing my thing. But I'll tell you what, if my numbers weren't looking promising for that week, did you think I was in the bar on Friday, Saturday night, in the club on Sunday, partying, getting drunk, getting hungover, sleeping in? Absolutely not. I got my work done. I got my numbers. I did my sales. I did what I needed to do. And then I would go out and party and have fun and celebrate. Some of you, you're celebrating the fact that you're still broke. You're celebrating the fact that your mom still works 3 jobs. You're celebrating the fact that there hasn't been anybody in your family to ever make $100,000 in a calendar year, and you're out there smoking pot every day with your friends, doing whatever the hell you're doing, and you shouldn't be doing that, right? If you're listening to this show, you probably want a big life of a lot of nice stuff and doing a lot of nice stuff for other people, right? So you have to have your desires defeat your distractions every single day. And last but not least, number 5, okay? I coined this. I pulled this from one of my mentors, and then I kind of worked with it a little bit here. I want you to be patiently aggressive. What does that mean? I want you to be patient on the large C-type goals you have for your life. The big goals you have. Some of those goals takes patience in years. One of the goals that I've had for my entire career is to own a 14 to 16 passenger private aircraft, because I don't like TSA and I don't like, customs and lines and people, patting me down in the security lines and flying. I don't like public aircrafts. I never have. I want a private jet. Do I have one right now? No. Okay. I'm patient on long-term goals, but I'm aggressive on the day-to-day. For instance, today, I woke up, I did 3 calls today on Zoom for our financial educational company. I already did cardio. I already spent time with my wife, right? I'm doing a couple episodes of the Alex Morton Show here right now in the studio. I'm going straight from here to the gym, right? I don't even have time to change. I'm gonna be working out in pants today. You know why? Because I don't care what it takes. I'm aggressive on the day-to-day tactical things I must get done to move my life forward and my business forward. What are the things you need to do today to move your business and your life forward? Think about these things. Get these things done. No excuses. Okay. You have to take emotions out of it. What does that mean? That means if you don't feel like doing something, you got to do it anyway, man. Right? It's like the idea of, stoicism, right? Being stoic is doing what you know you should be doing, even when you don't feel like doing it. That's what being patiently aggressive means to me, right? You're patient on the long term, but you're aggressive on the day-to-day grind and trench work. Okay, so I hope today's episode helped you guys learn the 5 character traits on how to build a successful business. To recap very fast here, number 1, delusional self-belief. Number 2, being teachable and coachable, even when you make 6 figures, even when you become a multimillionaire, always being able to learn and make changes in your life. Number 3, having courage and building a compelling vision. Number 4, a willingness to sacrifice, right? Desires versus distractions, right? Let your desires win. Forcefully make sure you are not getting knocked off course, because every new level you will have to defeat a bunch of new devils before you arrive to that next level. And then number 5, guys, be patiently aggressive. Be patient on the long-term vision and the long-term massive goals you have for your life, but be aggressive on the day-to-day grind and trench work in doing what you know you need to be doing regardless of how you feel. If you got value from today's episode, please comment on YouTube. If you're listening on Apple and or Spotify, leave a 5-star review, and I will see you very, very soon on another episode of the Alex Morton Show. Go out there and be great. because everything else doesn't pay well. Let's go.